What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Showtime is TheBlaziking, and you can see Honkai Star Rail's YouTube page on my screen because I'm going to catch up to the last few videos that actually kind of sort of mattered because I'm behind on this Zenless and Wugo's sake, so I think I'm going to catch up to it a little bit. So Archer's kind of past mattering much, but I'm still going to watch it because I meant to put it with his light cone summoning video, to which I just didn't even bother to upload because like, who wants to see me pulling for a light cone specifically when I didn't actually even pull the S1? There's your spoiler. I didn't pull the S1. Rip and kill. So I'm going to watch that. I'm going to watch the Hysilens stuff, and I'm going to watch that Trailblazer one. Because I'm curious of what's within. So that said, let us start with Archers. Oh, and of course, let's do the usual, it's highly appreciated if you'd leave a comment, discuss what you think of the videos, the game, other stuff I could be doing gacha related and all that good stuff. And at the least, let things run, hit the like button, subscribe, and all of that because it is highly appreciated and helpful to the algorithm and whatnot. Now, that said, let's get into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, viewers at home, we now gaze upon the planet of festivities, Penacony. Among the heroic spirits here, there is one who never responds to calls of hope, but only appears in moments of despair. He has always protected humanity silently as an executor of justice. And now this nameless servant has arrived for the Penaconian Holy Grail War. Why is he here, and what ripples will he stir up? On this episode, let us glimpse the truth of this unsung heroic spirit. Archer!
Also, quick pause. I'm a little disappointed Ku wasn't summonable at all. Like, he served his purpose like we knew he was going to. But come on, you could have at least, like, given us an exclusive, temporary 4-star Ku.
Sure. Today's guest is also a participant in this.
Oh, good. Scott.
Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War, the obnoxious talent from the Marketing Development Department, Specialist Scott.
You deep-fried bird! Don't say noxious! It
No, he said obnoxious, because you are.
gives me flashbacks. Call me crafty, or infamous!
Oh, then shouldn't the Specialist Scott of Infamy naturally be counted by the Archer of Justice? Evil can't win after all.
These upright and virtuous folks are just the type to fall into my traps.
Oh, you care to elaborate?
All right, cut the fluff. Time is money.
I will say, though, the entire the entire Fate bit they did would have worked really well into, like, a side Fate series like they do sometimes, you know, 6 to 10 episodes. Like, no disrespect to Grady and whatever he was meant to be, and the singer girl that I forgot her name of. I know that's disrespectful as well, but it's harder than Grady. Like, it would have made a really cool 6 to 10 episode anime special, like, plot-wise.
Tell me what this archer can do already!
All right. Archer is a quantum character following the path of the hunt.
Isn't he called Archer? I don't see any bow or arrows.
Oh, come on! We're in the space age now. No one uses traditional bows anymore. As his basic attack, Archer uses
Hey. Yukong still uses a bow, kinda, sorta.
Concho and Bakia to deal quantum damage to one designated enemy. For his skill, Archer consumes 2 skill points to activate Calibogue 2 Fake Spiral Sword and enter the circuit connection state.
You talk a big game, but that's still just a good old bow.
It also deals quantum damage to one designated enemy.
Ah! What the heck just so fast? Definitely not an arrow!
But it's fired from a bow. While in the circuit connection state, Archer's turn won't end after the skill. He can use the skill again to boost the damage dealt in a stackable way.
I just realized he can only fire twice because 5 isn't divisible by 2!
Wow, only a genius would have realized that.
Is this entire video just gonna be burning Scott because I'm here for it?
But after unlocking a specific trace, Archer additionally increases allies' max skill points while he's on the field. Also, when another trace is unlocked, If allies have 4 skill points or more after they've gained a skill point, Archer's crit damage increases for some number of turns.
That's all? I just need to dodge 3 times, then take him down with a tackle!
What about this move? Archer opens up unlimited blade works for his ultimate. The countless swords slumbering there rain down on the enemy. He deals quantum damage to one designated enemy and gains charge.
Yeah, he's tough. Well, I'm best at running away. He won't keep chasing after me, right?
That's hard to say. After a teammate attacks an enemy target, Archer consumes charge to immediately hit it with a follow-up attack. He also recovers a skill point. When Archer uses his technique to enter battle, he deals quantum damage to all enemies and gains charge.
Ugh. But if that's all...
Oh, got something else up your sleeve?
Never mind. I smell another trap.
Let's sum it up. Archer has outstanding single target damage. He can increase his skill's damage by using repeatedly. He can also damage the enemy through his follow-up attack and ultimate. The key is to manage your skill points as quickly as possible.
So is that all of Archer's combat abilities, Fried Birdie?
You want more, Specialist Scott?
Please, I'm not foolish enough to underestimate him. He's that Stoneheart Aventurine servant. I know he can do more.
Right on the money, Specialist Scott. Mr. Aventurine gave us a video of his servant in battle. A seasoned Holy Grail War participant takes even practice battles seriously. Thanks to his teammates, Archer immediately attacks and defeats the enemies in succession. With his energy full, Archer unleashes unlimited blade works to deal a devastating blow while gaining charge at the same time. The enemy is beaten to a pulp by Archer's relentless attacks, while his allies are still gaining momentum.
It's okay. It's gonna get better as soon as the big fella attacks.
Archer's teammates attack, and every attack triggers his follow-up attack. Thanks to Archer's talents, every follow-up attack of his recovers skill points for his allies. 6 skill points? That's more than my credit balance. What's 6 divided by 2, by the way?
Get lost! I can do math.
Ooh, what about this? Sparkle uses her ultimate and increases allies' skill points to 8. Archer pulls back his bow and fires 4 shots at the target. It's a barrage that the enemy is powerless to stop. Ooh, under this violent rain of swords, the enemy is eliminated. And that's a wrap. So how about that, Specialist Scott? This first-hand knowledge is guaranteed to give you an advantage in the war.
Oh, he's so strong. Plus that Aventurine. I'm never gonna win head-on.
Are you thinking of quitting?
You obviously don't know me, Lyndon Scott, well enough. Ever heard of March 7th? That girl who's almost as despicable as I am?
Hey, listen. She might have her moments, but she's still a better person. For now. Evernight might be a different story, but March 7th is a good person.
I'm familiar with her.
She's an admirable foe. I learned from her that the best way to win is to add a double dose of laxatives to your enemies.
Actually, that's the first time he's probably spoken something correct. The best way to beat your enemies is to lax them. That might be borderline illegal depending on the dosage, but he's not wrong.
Dinner the day before the fight!
Wow! You are as dishonorable as the rumors say. Mr. Boothill, what are you doing here?
Calm down, little birdie. I ain't here for you. A white-haired dude in a red cloak told me there's a fudging marketing development department man in
You don't need laxative for Scott to shit himself in this case.
here, so I thought I'd drop by and have a nice chat.
We're gonna cut to commercial break while Mr. Boot Hill has that chat.
White-haired dude in red? Archer? The hero of justice? Why's he fighting dirty? That's out of character! Albert, stop him! Save me!
You think I can stop him?
So is you little fudgehead. Come here and let's have a nice long chat. Let it all out. No more mother-loving secrets between us. Hey, don't run! Let me teach you a lesson in tough love!
No.
Hey, I'll Now, good thing Scott was able to escape to the main game, because we would have gotten the chance to kick his ass again. Anywho, on to numero 2, which is Deliverer trailer, Trailblazer, which, in the Deliverer, fine on, or did he deliver the right of being a deliverer to us? Probably the most times I've said the word deliver, we're not talking about food. Anywho. Which, I'm going to take a pause for a minute from watching this again to say, something I saw on social media sounded pretty correct. Actually, no, it wasn't social media. It was actually Stefan. I saw a short of his where he made the connection that at some point Black Swan said something about an emanator of Veracity who eats planets. And March, our good friend March, in her goth mode, was just eating a planet. Because that is what betwixt her fingers. Matter of fact, that is Amphorius between her fingers, I'm pretty sure. So the theory that got propositioned that I saw was that March 7th takes on an alternate version of herself known as Evernight. Whether that's her original form before being frozen or not is the real question. And potentially that is the emanator of Veracity, a world eater. I'm kind of with that theory looking at this. I'm on other theories looking at this too, but those are not safe for work. Also, the thing about Tribby's wing being on fire is an interesting point I saw somebody else mention. I didn't see any like clarification on what that could mean per se, but and Cypher and Zangus enjoying a little nap together. And then there's this, which is that supposed? I think that's Lygus's final form that we already saw, like a little sneak preview of his fight. The new baddies to the game, one of which I'm 100% pulling for, the other one I'm not sure. Because by the time I'm done with Hysilens, will I have enough to get Saridra? I don't know. We shall see. I did kind of figure out, though, that Saridra's just kind of Star Rail's version of Farina. You know, super smart, calculated, kind of cute. Maybe has a little bit more than you're expecting underneath. I could be wrong. I haven't played Genshin too deep, but that's basically the comparison I got. Oh yeah, and we got our preservation down hung. And I saw somebody post something that there's a lot more to do with Herda as well. That might have also been a Stefan thing. To where, like, maybe she's similar. She's like a higher plane than an Emanator, but still lower than an Ion. You know, something in between. Oh, right, and then Cyrene. Cyrene's another questionable one. Like, does she have some near godlike power like Herda? Or maybe Evernight? We won't see Cerebra until 2.7 or 2.7? 3.7 or 4.0. I don't know how they're arranging that. Because so far 100% we have Hysilens and Cerebra coming 3.5 tonight! We have Danhong and Evernight coming in 3.6. So does that mean we have Cyrene and Blank coming in 3.7/4.0, depending on how they do it? And those two have an intimate moment too. Man, Trailblazer's triple girlfriends are going to get very jealous. My other question is, are we going to get like another form of the Trailblazer already? Or are they going to wait until the new planet to do this? Because I feel like all the story building up here is the Trailblazer might actually get some more cool shit happen to him near the end of Amphorius. Like, I already got Remembrance form, but will something else happen to him? Maybe a new path leaking into things early? Maybe he'll be the first character of a new path like he was for Remembrance, kind of, sort of? Because man's literally using a Rasengan right there, so, like, totally not a power he currently has access to. Oh, unless they, like, reimagine his physical form. That'd be kind of sick. Redoing his original, not great form into something much more cooler and relevant. That'd be kind of sick. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Cerebra, so... Or, there we go, Cyrene. There are too many names being said in close proximity to each other. My bad. Why does that also look like she's channeling into a Saint Quartz? Wait, no, Saint Quartz is the other. I play too many of these games. Holy shit. Actually, no, that still is kind of relevant saying Saint Quartz because that's the Fate Go material, and that literally does kind of look like a Saint Quartz. Or maybe a piece of ice, aka charging power into Evernight. Mm-hmm. The comparison though is so anime. I'm still not sure. Like, no, we got to the one story relevant thing just to get a recap and share some thoughts. There's a lot that's gonna happen in 3.5. I weirdly predict tonight to drop the longest story we've had in this game so far. And that's insane to say, considering I think Pentaconi was like 10 hours at least. And so far from Amphorius, we're up to like, what? At least 10 as well, and we're not even finished. And I think this last part for Amphorius is going to be another at minimum 10 hours, taking the entirety of Amphorius to around 20. I might be wrong. I'm hoping I'm wrong. But there seems like there's about to be a lot of lore drop. Anyway, for the main point I wanted to start things, Hysilens, our first ever actually important physical nihility character.
Styxia, a coastal city of intoxication and dreams, where echoes of old songs still drift among the waves. Electra, daughter of the sea, Chrysos air who cleanses among the waves. Electra, daughter of the sea, Chrysos air who cleanses the ocean's core flame, dispels the murky undercurrents and orchestrates a feast of revelry for the heroes beyond the sky. The show must go on. Even if hope is as fragile as bubbles, the waves will keep surging forward. On this episode of Keeping Up with Star Rail, let's look at this deep-sea musician, the wave-strumming knight Hysilens.
Hysilens.
In order to better understand this holy city knight commander's wondrous deeds, we have the honor of inviting Hysilens' superior, Emperor of the North, supreme commander of the holy city, tall and lofty conqueror. Well, Red Strategist, anyway, the great Imperator, Her Majesty Saridra, to this program. Your Majesty is so busy, yet you still found time to grace this holy show with your presence. Such abundant kindness has made our humble abode shine as if bathed in the golden light of the heavens.
Since you know I'm busy, please don't waste any more of my time or patience. I despise cheap flattery, so keep it to yourself, duck sycophant.
Sycophant? Well then, let's not waste any more time in getting into today's topic! Hysilens is a physical character following the path of nihility.
First useful one ever, by the way. Luca, you're cool, you're a bro, but you're also completely worthless.
This sea siren princess was once famed for her music and singing, accompanying the sighs of the tides with a violin made of seashells.
And at the same time, she is an unstoppable blade, tempered through countless trials of blood and flame. Even the most gentle of instruments can become the sharpest of weapons. Has Duxay the Snowy ever heard the cry of spilt blood?
I'm sure it sounds horribly nice. With Hysilens' talent, ally attacks with enemy targets have a high chance to inflict one of four effects: wind shear, bleed, burn, or shock. Affected enemies take DOT of the corresponding type at the start of each turn. When using her skill, Hysilens has a high chance to increase the damage taken by all enemies for a certain number of turns and deals physical damage to all enemies. When Hysilens uses her basic attack, she deals physical damage to one designated enemy. As expected of the Imperator's Dux Gladiatorum, even the way she slashes people is so graceful. I'd love to admire those sharp moves up close.
Oh? Duck Silvertongue wants to be slashed too?
No!
But the title of Dux Gladiorum is not worthy of someone who only possesses the grace of the blade. To become the Imperator's Gladius, one must have a murderous spirit as tempestuous as the tides.
Exactly. So when using her ultimate, Hysilens creates a zone, reducing all enemies' attack and defense and deals physical damage to all enemies. When she uses her ultimate after certain traces are unlocked, if the enemy target is currently afflicted with DOT, all DOT currently applied on the target will immediately deal damage. It's also worth noting, while targets are in the zone, each time they receive any DOT, they will take one more instance of DOT from Hysilens.
Wars always end quickly when she's around.
I'm gonna interrupt y'all. Like, people have been saying for a long time, yeah, this is gonna be Dot's revival. This is gonna be Dot's revival. Yeah. Listen, Dot never died. However, this is Dot's stronghold. Like, it is literally just another case of somebody from the Stellaron Hunters being outclassed. But in this case, they work together. Because, like, this is literally just Kafka, but better. However, Kafka can still be on the same team as her. Like, if you're telling me that Hysilens won't be on the same team as Kafka and Black Swan, you're kidding yourself. Because it'll be those three together, probably with either Hua Hua or Ling Sha or something. Because, like, you can't put Mighty on the same team as Blade. You could, but it's not going to work out as well. Anaxa on the same team as Silverwolf? Yeah, okay, I guess I could kind of see. Actually, Firefly doesn't have anybody that's like an upgraded version of her that came from Amphorius, do they? I don't think she does. Yeah, no, I can't think of anybody who outclasses Firefly. I mean, I guess Anaxa might be a better version of her too, but then he just beats out two of them, so... For now, that's what I'll go with, and... yeah.
Her ability to clear the battlefield like a tide has taken care of many inconveniences for me, letting me
Actually, I guess technically Finan is the upgrade version of Firefly, you know? Get a really cool super form that does butt tons of damage under specific circumstances. That's the closest I got for you, but...
focus on matters that are more deserving of the crown's attention.
I must say, the Imperator really knows how to hire him. After unlocking certain traces, at the start of combat, Hysilens will create a zone with the same effect as our ultimate. When Hysilens deploys their zone, she will also recover one skill point. After using her technique, Hysilens creates a special dimension that lasts for a fixed amount of time and automatically moves forward. Enemies within the dimension will enter the soul-struck state. They will not attack Hysilens and will follow the dimension as it moves. After entering battle against enemies in the soul-struck state, there's a high chance to inflict two effects from wind shear, bleed, burn, or shock on all enemies. So, let's sum it up. Hysilens can provide significant buffs for DOT lineups. Her talent additionally inflicts DOT on enemies when they're hit. In her zone, enemies will trigger one more instance of DOT from Hysilens for every one instance of DOT taken. With vulnerability inflicted from all enemies by Hysilens' skill, a full team defense reduction from her zone, and her ultimate instantly triggering DOT, the enemies don't stand a chance. They're left to perish under DOT.
A knight's blade proves itself not on parchment, but in blood. Let the clash of steel reveal the unstoppable might of Dux Gladiorum. Dux MC, let the fight begin.
By Imperial decree, Hysilens uses her technique, putting the enemy in the Soul Strike state before launching the first strike to enter battle. Thanks to the Soul Strike state, the enemies entering the battle are inflicted with 2 stacks of DOT. And because of her trace effect, Hysilens' zone activates on entry, reducing the enemy's defense and attack. Hysilens uses her skill to inflict vulnerability and 1 stack of DOT on all enemies. This attack also triggers a follow-up attack from Kafka, and thanks to Hysilens' zone, every triggered DOT triggers an extra DOT from Hysilens, which means Kafka's follow-up attack ends up triggering a one-time double DOT on the enemy. The enemy prepares to strike back, but traps out Hysilens' zone. Go ahead and see what happens. Double DOT smacks them down before they can even twitch. Our teammates keep the momentum going of constantly dealing damage. With Hysilens' talent active, every ally attack inflicts extra DOT on the enemy. Kafka uses her skill, detonating the DOT inflicted on the enemy. Under Hysilens' zone, the double DOT instantly sends...
I'm just gonna stop him again to say that Pure Fiction and Apocalyptic Shadow are gonna be even more of my bitch after this patch.
Sends one of the enemies to their grave. It's now Hysilens' turn again. She uses her skill to max out her energy and get ready for the crushing weight of the deep sea. Her ultimate triggers DOT on the spot, another enemy down. The rest of them are already drowning in DOT. Not to mention, they're still afflicted with vulnerability and defense reduction. Oh, do they even dare move? Ha! Of course not. And a wild storm of floating DOT text, the enemy drops one by one, and that's a wrap. Honestly, you gotta admire it. With someone like Hysilens leading the charge for the Imperator's army, conquering the world should be a piece of cake, right?
Ha! The thrones of this petty world mean nothing. To rule the board under Aquila's gaze? How dull. Only by crushing stars can one be worthy of the Imperator's crown.
And if I may offer counsel, Your Majesty, though Dux Gladiorum stands unmatched and though your army knows no equal, if you truly are to seize the moon and stars, I believe you still need...
Still need what?
Still need someone who can smooth the way, build bridges, and cut deals across all factions in Your Majesty's name. Ideally, someone who has strategic partnerships with, say, Warship Alliance.
The way the sign was like, eh?
Generals, cosmos renowned geniuses, maybe even a universe class fugitive or two.
I never would have guessed Duck's wordsmith had such connections.
Oh, your majesty is truly perceptive. You knew right away. If your majesty allows it, I will gladly serve at your side. Not for flashy titles like Duck's director or Duck's P40, but simply to serve, to solve, to support. That alone would be an honor beyond words.
Very well, I grant you the right to follow my banner.
Damn, he just becomes awestruck. On.
So in the world beyond the sky, getting teased, roped into free labor, and taken hostage is called a strategic partnership, huh?
There you go.
And people like that have titles like P40 or Director? Truly enlightening. Wouldn't you say, Duck's P40?
Yes, quite enlightening.
But now that you've sworn loyalty to my throne, how could I allow one of my own to keep getting teased, exploited, or held hostage?
Your Majesty.
Which is why from this moment on, your new title shall be Duck's Cutie Pie.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Wait, hold on a minute.
I mean, for her to show that kind of, like, respect is a good thing, right? Now we got one more. Yeah, see, Mr. Pro gives is Dot finally back. Dot never left, motherfucker. Anyway.
Once.
Now we got Hysilens trophy. Or trophy? Trailer. I mean, I guess she'd make a good trophy wife too, but.
Upon a time, in the frigid depths of the ocean, lived a sea siren princess who loved to sing. Like the beginning of all stories, one day... Huh? As expected, the unexpected happened to her. The princess, however, remained unfazed. It is what it is. Time to dance. Not all surprises are bad ones, such as a magical encounter. Why are there more people here than fish? There's interesting stuff everywhere.
I don't eat seafood.
There are humans who don't eat fish, and there are cats who steal fish. Don't eat fish, and there are cats who steal.
I can understand where she'd get pissed. Because Cypher just, like, innocently cooking a fish by the side of the road.
Steal fish.
Incurred her wrath.
Give me back my fish!
In that moment, she knew she fucked up.
Huh?
And that is where she knew.
I'll be back!
The news of the sea siren princess making a ruckus in the market spread in the city.
She's actually really pretty.
Hey! Absolutely!
The monarch is here!
Don't worry. I'll take action.
Be gone, Emperor!
An escape is unavoidable.
So, is this how the story is gonna open? Because didn't she work for her?
Human pursuers finally exiled the two and drove them into the deep sea. But the sea also harbors evil. And so, on that day, the sea siren princess made a decision. Alone, she sank into the depths of the sea.
Once upon a time, in the frigid depths of the ocean, lived a sea siren princess who no longer sang. She had never seen land, but day after day, she painted visions in her dreams of an encounter 1,000 years from now.
And that encounter was with the Trailblazer. Huh. Interesting. So, like, I know the trailers are usually just, like, dramatizations and such, so it's not like anything's actually going to occur in the story like that. Probably. Also, for the record, you probably see the video title from Mina over there, and she is correct. Hysilens is very pretty, at the least. As well as, you know, working some of their physics that they usually save for Zenless. But I cannot wait for her to drop tonight. In saying that, I don't have a lot of stuff to summon her with immediately, but I'm going to be fully upfront and just say I'm totally going to do the thing again that I did for Cypher. However, this time I am guaranteed, because I did summon a bunch towards Jinglu to try and get the free Archer cone in case I need it in the future. So I got the cone, and I lost a 50-50. So preview for my summon video on Hysilens that I'm guaranteed her. Her cone is another story, but her I am guaranteed. So that's going to be fun, and, well, tonight I'm going to summon it. Tomorrow I'm going to stream the Star Rail story. Hopefully I can duo stream on YouTube and the Purple guys, because Streamlabs shat the bed the last month about dual streaming, so hopefully they fixed it. But yeah, I can't wait for her to drop. I can't wait to play the story. It's going to be fun. Speaking of playing the story, I'm probably going to, like, binge play the story for Zenless and Wuo later in my own time, because I'm super behind on both of those. Well, not super behind, but, like, enough to where I can't grind out for Forlova's Ascension stuff, so I really need to find a video, though, so I can catch up to the stuff quicker instead of needing to actually play the game. Because, like, even if I'm watching a 10-hour video 1 hour at a time, I feel like that'd technically be quicker. But I also do want to make alt accounts on those things anyway, so I'm, like, here with it. But yeah, you can also let me know your opinion on that. Do you care about seeing the story from my perspective, or should I just, like, if I do make other accounts, not even bother with the story and just do the polls and stuff as I normally would, like I do on my alt account with this? Which brings me, of course, to the usual things of, number one, let me know your opinions on the Hysilens thing, you know, the character, the story stuff we got, the humor from the trailer, because I do like how they give us humorous trailers from time to time instead of just, like, touchy things. There's probably some touchy stuff they could have given us with her, but they didn't. Also, let me know about any other gacha game related content you'd like to see other than reacting to these kind of videos, the poll videos, the endgame content, and all that stuff. Because I do like to hear other people's opinions as far as what kind of content they actually want to see, as opposed to what I bring. And that being said, hit the like button, subscribe to the review channel in the description, ring both bells like Facebook, Twitter, and Blue Sky. Did I say TikTok, Patreon? I did. Or if I didn't, I meant to. Wait, that doesn't matter. Those are also things on the orange side. It's highly appreciated if you could, like, at least one person go over there to hit the button, because I can't upload any more footage until I have a new follower, because they're cucks like that. Similar to, you know, these guys or the red guys and their copyright. They don't know how to check it themselves, so they're cucks. Yeah, that's about it, actually. So, Purple Prime for free, you know how it does. Check the playlist here, let it run through. Comment on stuff, whatever. Check out the video YouTube recommends to you here, or whatever I decide to put up. 90% of the time, my brain is in review channel status, so my bad if I kind of, like, stray off sometimes. It happens when that's why I record on most of the time. And all that being said, however, it's been the TheBlaziking. Sounds out there for now. Peace.